Number 7. Cerberus. If you think keeping a guard dog is a good idea, wait till you meet Cerberus, the kind of dog that turns around 3 times when you call his name. Friendly, sure, if you're already dead. This good boy was the personal bouncer of Hades, trained to stop souls from escaping the underworld and keep the living from wandering in. And no, he didn't come from a breeder. He came from a monster dynasty, the son of Typhon and Echidna, little brother to Hydra and Chimera. Early descriptions even said he had 50 heads, but the Greeks probably got tired of counting, so they settled for 3. Sounds insane, but multi-headed animals aren't pure myth. Science calls it polycephaly, a real birth defect, seen in snakes, turtles, even cats. No one's ever owned a 3-headed dog, but it's not hard to imagine someone spotting a deformed animal telling the story back home, and suddenly, boom, 3 heads, 6 eyes, 10 fangs. Congratulations, you've just invented a legend. If Cerberus lived today, he'd be working security at a 24-hour convenience store. 3 shifts, I got this. As for Heracles, the first man to walk a dog without a leash, straight out of hell. Bottom line, Cerberus proves even loyalty has its limits, especially when it comes with 3 mouths barking at once. And if you ever say, good boy, sorry, you just complimented the past, the present, and the future. Number 6. Charybdis. Meet Charybdis, not a sea monster, but the ocean's appetite problem permanently registered in the Strait of Messina. She doesn't chase, she doesn't bite, she just swallows the entire sea and burps it back up. The kind of creature that could give sharks self-esteem issues. According to legend, she's the friendly neighbor of Scylla, 6 heads of pure nightmare. Between them is a strait so tight that dodging one means getting eaten by the other. 3 times a day, Charybdis gulps down seawater and spits it out like a washing machine on the extra spin cycle. To the Greeks, that explained tides and why swimming after lunch was a bad idea. Reality check, nobody's belching seawater. It's just 2 currents colliding, creating whirlpools that look deadly but aren't strong enough to sink a ship. Still, imagine you're an ancient sailor, no GPS, no Google Maps, just high waves and a hungry ocean growling underneath. You'd believe in monsters too. Nature back then was basically running a prehistoric fake news campaign. If Charybdis existed today, she'd be a TikTok streamer with a Swallowing the Ocean challenge sponsored by Dyson sucks up everything, including your soul. In short, Charybdis wasn't evil, she just had portion control issues. And the moral: when you see a whirlpool, don't play Odysseus. Be smart, pull over and call a water taxi. Number 5. Amela Ntuka. If the Congo rainforest had warning signs, one would say beware of Amela Ntuka, the vegetarian with anger issues. Locals call it the elephant killer. Not because it eats elephants, it just beats them up for sport. The I'm not hungry, I'm just mad type. They say it's elephant-sized, gray-brown, smooth-skinned with legs like utility poles and a single horn sharp enough to punch through an SUV. Its tail long and heavy like a rhino trying to cosplay as a crocodile. Sounds like the final boss of Jurassic Park, right? That's exactly what early explorers thought. Some scientists like Roy Mackal even claimed it might be a surviving ceratopsian dinosaur. Cool theory until someone asked, wait, where's the frill? No one could find one. Also, no ceratopsian fossils have ever been found in Africa, so that theory went extinct faster than Jurassic Park 8. Most likely, Amela Ntuka was just a black rhino exaggerated by word of mouth. 2 horns became 1, short tail became long, and one day someone said, hey, it kinda looks like a crocodile. Boom, jungle. Frankenstein. If TikTok existed back then, the trend "draw the thing that scares you most" would have made Amela a star. Conclusion: Amela Ntuka wasn't a living dinosaur. It was a collaboration between rhinos and human imagination, proof that even herbivores can become horror stories when people gossip long enough. If you enjoyed this madness, hit like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm decide we're not the real monsters here. Number 4. Chimera. If Greek mythology had a genetics lab, Chimera would be what happens when you forget to lock the DNA cabinet. A mashup of lion, goat, and snake, basically a barbecue gone wrong. Born from the nightmare couple Typhon and Echidna, Chimera was sibling to Hydra and Cerberus, meaning family dinners were probably intense. According to Homer, it had a lion's head, a goat's body, and a snake's tail. Hesiod went further, 3 heads, 1 of each. And because chaos loves company, it also breathed fire from the goat head for reasons known only to madness. It was finally taken down by the hero Bellerophon, who rode Pegasus and jammed a lead-tipped spear down its throat. The fire melted the lead, it choked, and died poetic justice by heavy metal. Live by fire, die by fumes. Today Chimera lives on. In labs, scientists have created geeps, half goat, half sheep, both equally confused. Even mice with human cells. We turn mythology into research and still haven't learned the lesson: don't mess with DNA when you're bored. Bottom line, Chimera proves that if you drop a lion, a goat, and a snake into one file, the system reboots. And if you ever hear a bah followed by the smell of smoke, run. That's not a barbecue. That's science remembering mythology. Number 3. Dragons. If mythology were a video game, dragons would be the final boss every civilization somehow unlocked. Didn't exist in real life. No problem. We still gave them jet engine wings, flamethrower lungs, and a savings account full of gold. From Asia to Europe, everyone's got one. In China, dinosaur fossils were once called dragon bones. Sounds like a plant heals like a miracle. In the West, people dug up huge bones, couldn't spell paleontology, and said, yeah, probably a flying lizard. Add crocodiles, giant snakes, and washed-up whales. Mix well and presto, instant dragon recipe. Modern science even has a theory called the dragon brain. Early primates feared three things: big cats, raptors, and snakes. So our ancestors' brains did what they do best: combine them. Result: A. Flying snake with claws and attitude. Eastern dragons were calm, long, and serpentine, the wise old sky grandpa type. Western dragons explosive, armored, and allergic to villages, basically Godzilla with a wing upgrade. If TikTok existed in the Middle Ages, the Eastern one would post cloud-flying clips captioned "Blessing the Rain," while the Western one would upload "Point of View. You just roasted a level 20 knight." Bottom line, dragons may not exist, but they're permanently installed in the human mind as symbols, fears, and the perfect excuse to stay inside during a thunderstorm. Reality never existed. Heart still wants one. Number 2. Ningen. Meet Ningen, the only monster whose name literally means human. Yeah, that's right. A massive white creature roughly 100 feet long, part whale, part overexposed skincare ad. This one didn't crawl out of ancient myth, it came from the internet. Japan 2002. A whale research ship reportedly spotted a submarine underwater, until it blinked. Crew panicked. Boom! Ningen was born, Antarctica's answer to Slenderman with a swimming license. The evidence about as clear as a photo taken with a potato. Shaky footage, Google Earth screenshots that look like melting ice cream, you name it. Scientists sighed and said, could be a beluga, could be ice, could be someone's imagination freezing solid. Human brains have this thing called pareidolia, seeing faces in clouds, toast, or apparently glutes made of snow. If Ningen were real today, it'd probably have a YouTube channel called Humans React to Ningen Reacting to Humans. Weekly uploads, just chillin' around Antarctica croc. Truth is, Ningen isn't real, just our fear wearing a ghost costume. Proof that 80% of the ocean is still unexplored, and that maybe it should stay that way. And if you ever see a pale figure waving in the fog, congrats. It's either Ningen or your ice cream's melting. Number 1. The Griffin. If Hollywood ever needed a mascot for the phrase child of two kings, it would be the Griffin, the official offspring of the king of the jungle and the king of the sky. A creature that roars, flies, and probably complains about both jobs. Some archaeologists think the Griffin myth started when people found Protoceratops fossils, beaked dinosaurs with big heads. Logical guess. Oh, look, half bird, half lion. Problem: Griffin art existed thousands of years before those fossils were found. Translation: humans didn't need fossils, just overactive imaginations with good Wi-Fi. If alive today, the Griffin would be the logo of every luxury car brand, flies like an eagle, grips like a lion. Or maybe the mascot for Team Overpowered FC. During the Middle Ages, Christians rebranded it as the symbol of Jesus, half god, half man, full legend. Bottom line, the Griffin proves hybrids always steal the show. A two-headed snake, terrifying. A winged lion, national emblem material. And if you ever meet one, don't panic. Just ask, does it roar first or take off first? Welcome to Beats Lore, where myths, monsters, and prehistoric legends get their reality checks. Next up, it's your turn to vote. A. Extinct creatures that look suspiciously familiar. B. Ancient animals that somehow survived. C. Fossils that absolutely shouldn't exist. Type A, B, or C. In the comments, tell us why, and we'll feature your pick in the next countdown. Hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next time a creature from mythology shows up in the fossil record.